the best doctors give their hearts before their prescriptions. And today we have just that doctor with us. Let's welcome Sonia Lal Gupta, a US certified senior neurologist specializing in headaches and strokes. Sonia wears multiple hats as the Joint Managing Director of Metro Hospitals, a chain of 10 hospitals with more than 2,000 beds that was started way back in 1997 by her father, Padma Vibhushan Purushottam Lal Gupta, whereas she is also the Joint Managing Director at the Senior Citizen Assisted Home in Gurgaon by the name Aurum, where they're giving the senior citizens of India a new meaning to life by assisting them for chronic diseases and other medical care. Beyond healthcare, Sonia can also be remembered as the famous series of NDTV Doctor on Call, where she, along with her husband, Dr. Sameer, a famous cardiologist, recorded more than 200 episodes to help patients all over. On her personal life, Sonia is happily married for 15 years with a 4-year-old son, Shivan. She's been awarded by various awards, to name a few, Times 40 Under 40, and very recently awarded as the ET Best Neurologist by the Healthcare Program. So hello everyone, today we have Sonia Lal Gupta with us. So let's ask her about her journey as a successful doctor. Sonia, welcome to my series From the Heart. I'm so excited to have you here as a very dear friend and a super successful doctor. So I think when I look at you, people can say this line that, when they say study hard, because if you study hard, you have the confidence to say that, trust me, I'm your doctor. So you are one of them for me.
Yeah.
So, Sonia, what I really want to ask you today is that, it's often said that when it comes to family legacies, daughters often take a backseat, whether you have another sibling or not, but still they are the less preferred ones, as we can put it. But in your case, it is so amazing to see you carry forward your father's legacy of the metro chain hospitals. Today, there are more than 10 hospitals across India, more than 2,000 beds that you're catering to every day, so many patients. And I'm sure your father must be feeling so proud to have a daughter like you. But again, it's a very big responsibility. So tell me how it came along and what do you feel about it?
Firstly, Divya, hi. Thank you for having me. It's absolutely wonderful. And what a question I think you've touched upon. I think definitely women carrying their father's legacy is not something that still our society looks kindly to. I think it takes time for them to accept it. If I were a son, I think the acceptance is
Yes,
so
it's very
natural, automatic, and it just happens. As a daughter, I think sons may not agree, but you're definitely working harder to prove yourself to every single stakeholder around you.
Absolutely.
And it's almost like you're judged all the time. And then, and to still stand out, of course, it takes a lot of hard work, but of course, it's very satisfying also. And what is life if there aren't any challenges, right?
True.
So, I think coming to my dad, I'm sure he will be proud of me. Dads, when it comes to the daughters, have a completely different special attachment.
Yes.
And even though I have two younger brothers, I know for a fact that the love that he has for me is much more, even though they will not be happy to hear that.
Nobody will be.
But the fact of the matter is that, and he's also very protective at the same time.
Okay.
So that's where when your dad loves you and protects you, it does take time, I think, to take a senior leadership role and gain that acceptance. But my dad's a man of few words. So he doesn't say very good very easily. But I'm sure deep in his heart he's very proud
But
of
any
me.
moment where you actually saw that happiness, pride?
I think first, so we are doctors first, right?
Yeah.
Management is secondary. So I think anything we achieve in our medical field, that gives him immense joy and happiness, and I see it. But I'll remember the moment where I felt, I think being the older daughter, you're always trying to make your dad happy also. There is that innate requirement, even though I say that. But when I cleared my neurology boards in the US, I still remember that phone call and calling my dad and saying, Dad, I did it. And it was like 12 a.m. at night over there when the result came out. And my dad said, I'm so proud of you.
How
and that that moment, it's still etched in my mind, and I
Yeah.
think that is that one moment I kind of take that how proud
How proud.
he feels.
How much happiness you
How
gave
much
him as his
happiness.
daughter.
Yeah.
I think that stays back.
Yeah. But I think internally he is proud of me. He may not say that to me all the time, to be honest, but I know my
Right.
dad is proud of me. Yeah.
True. But Sonia, as you mentioned that you were doing so well with your studies and further practice in America, what made you come back? Was this the reason to come back and take forward the legacy?
So usually when you come back from the US, we always say that, me and Sameer, it's usually the reason is family.
Okay.
You want to come back and you want to be with your family. I think if you're fortunate enough to have that opportunity to come back, it's always nice to come back to your own country. Yes, both have its pros and cons. I think it would have been a much more simpler life in a way. People over there may not agree, but
Yeah.
people who are here will know what I mean. That life is a little bit much more simpler, and I think you'll also vouch for that. That
Totally.
here there's a little bit of a chaos. You're always
Too much
surrounded
chaos.
all the time,
And you're a very tiny part of that chaos.
very tiny part, right? And you're just trying to balance that chaos out. But yes, I came back. We came back to be with our family, to work with them, to be with them, to be there for our parents, and we're thankful that we had that opportunity. And I
And I'm
think
sure it must have been a very
no. I think
big decision.
I mean, it is a very big decision, but now I think all these years later, we are very happy to be here, and
That's beautiful.
And
I think
nothing
I
like
think
working
India
in your
needed
own
more
country.
people like you.
Right?
So
Yeah. It is still nothing is working in your own country, no
Lovely.
matter what anybody might
True.
say. Right.
But out of all these hats that you wear and the roles that you play, the one that I know is very special to you is this senior assisted living, Aurum, that you
Right,
take
right.
care in Gurgaon.
Right.
And as somebody who also has one parent, and I see her struggling every day, seniors in our country still live with a lot of fear and a lot of insecurities.
They do.
Not that a lot of them are very financially stable also,
right.
but that fear of being alone hits very badly, and that too after a certain age.
Right.
And you both, your husband, have taken this beautiful initiative of opening this full community, of getting so many seniors together under one umbrella and nurturing them, taking care of them. Please share something about it, because I think it's a beautiful cause.
No, and I think you've touched it rightly, right? That loneliness gets to people,
Yes.
and especially it's very difficult, especially when one spouse passes away.
Yes.
And then you're left all alone. And a lot of times people are so used to that, they're so used to that togetherness that they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And kids are busy in their own lives, and as much as kids want to be around them and want to take care of them, and they do their best. I think kids also try to do their best. But somehow that balance is never completely possible where you're there all the time, 24/7. And I think that's where Aurum came in, right?
Okay.
That you would be surprised to see the number of parents that are there, the senior
Okay.
people who are there whose kids are in Gurgaon. Because
Really?
everybody is busy in their lives, and
Okay.
their parents might have chronic health issues, and it's difficult to take care of them every day. Let's say you get somebody, you get a 24-hour nurse, or you get help, but then you have to monitor them all the time.
Absolutely.
So that's where a place like Aurum comes in, right? If somebody has chronic health issues, you want monitoring, at least you know somebody's taking care of. They're responsible for them. They're being fed, they're being cleaned, they're being taken care of.
Yes.
They're having company every day. They're doing activities to make them happy. Every festival is celebrated. Every birthday is celebrated.
So they're not missing out
they're
on
not
anything.
missing out.
Yeah.
And I think we see people when they come in, and 3 months later, Divya, what a difference we find in their
Really?
entire, the way they conduct themselves. They're so happy and joyful. But of course, it takes time, and it's not an easy decision. But at least people should know that these kind of facilities are now coming.
Now
up.
coming, yeah.
And I think for our future, it's a very
Yeah,
big step.
very
because,
big
because,
step.
Because a lot of people of our generation have chosen to have one kid.
Yes.
One or none
Yeah.
is, I think, the rule nowadays
Yes,
in a lot of
yes,
people. So if it's
true.
one or none, then you are left with one who might be busy. And if it's none, then you anyways have nobody.
Nobody.
So then
Yeah.
you will need such kind
It
of
is.
facilities.
I'm
to
glad
help
you've thought about
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
and
so, yeah.
But any particular interaction with any senior there, which really I know because I visit a lot of old age homes, and I've just seen either very questioning eyes or very empty eyes a lot of times. So any moment where you just felt very touched and very moved, somebody said something to you which you really
I think-
resonate with?
I think the beauty is we get blessed by so many people.
I
Every
know.
time you go, the number of blessings you
Every
get.
heart is blessing you.
Every heart is blessing, and I think these blessings are what take us forward.
Totally.
Right. So, and I remember one particular case of this person, of one of our residents coming in, and he had a fall.
Okay.
He was in his 80s.
Okay.
Very restless, completely on the bed. He and his wife both had moved in for
Okay.
a few months, and they got good physiotherapy, food, nutrition, medication, everything was taken care of. And 3 months later, he walked out.
Wow.
So when you see cases like that,
Yes.
it really touches your heart.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think every time we meet our residents, when they say that thank you for opening such a place where, our Aurum is our real family, this is where we feel it. I think that touches all
Says
our hearts
everything.
and says
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
every day.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And Sonia, just keep doing the good work. I'm sure a lot of people listening to it, if they really need to connect with something like this,
Yeah.
now they know who's their
Yeah,
go-to
absolutely.
person. And keep doing well, keep winning more and more and more awards.
Thank you.
And I think somebody like you can actually make me believe that with right power and right vision, even ordinary people can actually look so extraordinary, which is you.
Yeah.
So thank you once again.
Thank you.